We sit in awkward silence as we wait for April to get back. Time feels like it slows to a crawl before we hear her cheerful voice again. And you're still naked, ain't got no clothes on, I don't understand. Get some help, please. All right, I think the crisis is under control. She's up next. We all look toward the stage, and sure enough, Trish timidly walks up to the mic stand with her phone in hand. Her head stays tilted downward. The thick, straight brunette curtain of her hair shields her face from us. I've never seen her look so small. Let's give her some encouragement, y'all. She nudges both Thomas and I, and we clap loudly for Trish as she adjusts the mic lower with a piercing screech. That's all right, honey. You got this. Go, Trish. Woo! April's accent calls out over the near silence before Trish clears her throat and holds her phone in front of her. The crowd murmurs with gossip as she starts to speak. This poem is called In the Ash. I wrote it this past summer. Sickness, like a dangerous thought. Okay, let me be serious. Sickness, like a dangerous thought. You burrowed into my mind. You've invaded your home. Maybe I'm to blame. I've accommodated your stay. Please make yourself at home. Help yourself to my sanity. Can I take your coat? Is the self-doubt to your liking? Her voice cracks and I feel my throat tighten. You're doing amazing, honey. You got this. Dug in deep and now dug in deeper, and I don't know where you begin. All I know is I've ended and I'm sick. I lit a match and I thought you would let go. Maybe you can kill a parasite if you set the host on fire. In the ash, you'll find your end. In the ash, I'll find my happiness. In the ash, I'll begin again. The room is silent for a few moments. I don't know if everyone else is as solemn as I am after listening to such a heavy poem. April starts snapping in appreciation, and Thomas and I follow suit. A few others from the crowd join in, but many just murmur amongst themselves. I will be murmuring too, because I'm like, girl, what you talking about? Like, I don't... Very deep, very deep. She walks off the stage and weaves through the tables to join us. She barely sits down before April is singing in her praises. That was an amazing poem, Trish. Really, I mean it. And I usually hate poetry. I feel like I really felt that, you know. You're about to make me tear up. April's right. You did very well. It was very poignant. Poignant? Thanks, guys. She brushes her hair behind her ear pauses when she sees me across the table. What are you doing here? Bitch, I'm the fucking TIK. I could have left, but I didn't. I should have. She's here because she heard about a great poetry reading going on, and ain't that right, GG? Oh yeah, you did a really great job, Trish. I got chills listening to it. She looks me over before her eyes narrow. Were you at the ABC party? Oh yeah, I wasn't there long enough. My friend kind of ditched me. Did you see Bryce there? She didn't, and honestly, it'd probably be for the better. I don't think he'd be able to appreciate how amazing that poem was. I tried calling him, and I even went over there. Do you think he just forgot that it was today? No, he just didn't want to come out. Men don't forget. They act like they do. They don't forget. I don't have anything not to say, so I'm just going to keep my thoughts to myself. Trish looks over to Thomas, who sighs and gives her a look of pity. It's possible he forgot, but I don't think that's excuses his actions. He should have answered your calls. Trish doesn't bother looking at me for sympathy. Instead, she groans and sluts forward, burying her face in the crook of her elbow. Oh, honey, be grateful for what you got, all right? We're better cheerleaders than Bryce. Plus, I think we all look better in those little skirts than he ever could. Her little quip earns a small chuckle from the table. Trish sits up, and though I still see the frail sadness in her eyes, she's smiling. Now, how about we split one of those big, deep-fried nacho platters from Barb's and we'll watch the fireworks explode? The fireworks? Oh, you don't know, do you? I shake my head no, and she practically beams. So you didn't hear this from me, but you see the girl over there in the orange jumpsuit? Yeah. She's dating that girl over there with the blonde big pigtails. And I heard that she's planning on doing some big performance involving every person her girlfriend's cheated on her with. She's gonna make it this big spectacle for the whole audience. I don't know what it is, but I'm hoping she'll parade them across the stage or something. Wait, what is it? How do you know this? April knows everything. Well, not everything. If she did, she wouldn't bug me as much often as she does for his homework help. That's true. Maybe if she didn't spend so much time on Pot Me digging up dirt, she'd have an easier time in her classes. Ooh. I'm only struggling with math and science. I'm perfectly fine with everything else. Thank you. April shakes her head and flicks her wrist to shoo away their criticism. Everyone's a critic. It's the only way to keep you honest. Speaking of, you shouldn't be gossiping right now. Gossiping? I'm not gossiping. Please tell me you're kidding. I'm not. I'm just informing our friend here of the situation she asked, and who am I not to divulge? I just went up there and made a fool of myself, so you need to hold up your end of the bargain and stick to your promise. All right, fine. I'll zip my lip. No more gossip. I'm still getting those nachos, though. Just as April predicted, the lovers' quarrel played out for the crowd to see, though instead of parading around across the stage, it was just a verbatim reading of text. Though it was rough to watch the girl's mortified expression the way she ran out the room, I can't deny it was as explosive as April described it would be. The huge pile of nachos April got for us is reduced to deep-fried crumbs and stray tomato cubes by the time the night is over. The light in the space cut on, and we all groan and squint as we adjust to the new light. Well, that was fun. Thomas, you mind walking me home? Please, I got a lot to ask you, but I don't want to be considered a gossip. Her persistence prevails, and Thomas agrees with an exasperated sigh. Plus, it works out great. Trish and Gigi can walk back to their dorm together.
Pick somebody else. Pick somebody else. I'm not addressing this crowd right now. Please pick somebody else. I'm at a 10. I'm at a 10.
I don't need her to walk me anywhere, honestly. Yeah, please. I don't need to do that. I'm going to Bryce's. Yeah, you do that. Go to the man that don't want you. You know, your roommate had bad, Trish. You did spend all that time decorating. I don't want to get into this again. Fine, Thomas, let's go. The two of them head out after they wave their goodbyes, but I hear April's conspiratorial tone just before they leave. Her voice is drowned out by the other students leaving the space, and soon Trish and I are alone. She folds her arms into herself, and for a moment it looks like she's going to say something to me. She turns away without saying goodbye. Shivering and alone, I walk back to my dorm. The loud chorus of parties and assistants lulls me to an oddly peaceful sleep. Sunday morning. Right, I have to work for Professor McGregor this morning. Oh, I don't chemically burn myself this time. I roll out of bed and get ready for that day ahead of me. I arrive at an empty lab and frown at the clipboard of my station. On it is a small note from Professor McGregor. GJ, I wasn't feeling well today, so please see the instructions listed on the clipboard for today's work. Once you are done, you can find your payment envelope attached. Have a great day. If you need anything, feel free to contact me via my cell. He lists his phone number at the end of the note. It's not like I have a phone to call him with anyways. My work goes by pretty smoothly without incident. I notice he specifically has me do more paperwork, heavy cataloging this time. He probably thinks I burned myself without the supervision again. Once I'm done with the files, I set them on the desk at the front of the room. The desktop screen comes to life when I brush against the mouse on the desk. The login screen for Professor McGregor's account appears at the center of the screen. The cursor flashes the password to you. I wonder if I should guess passwords and just leave. Girl, we're guessing the passwords. We need some tea. Last episode wasn't as tea heavy, so we're gonna get some today in this episode for sure. We're guessing the passwords. I'll give it a little try. Team Temple, Chemistry 101 Investment Club. Team Temple, see. He did say it was his favorite band. I typed in a guess, but it receives an error. All passwords must include at least one number. I tried my hand at a few different randoms, but nothing seems to work. Guess that's a bus. Okay, that's Chemistry 101. Okay, how about this favorite subject? Typing Chemistry 101 gives me an angry red incorrect password label. Okay, Investment Club. What the I tried Investment Club. Annoyed, I give up guessing. I don't want to lock myself out of the computer with all this guessing. Plucking the envelope from the clipboard, I count $75 before stuffing it in my pocket. That's it? Flicking the switch, the room is cast and pitch dark. I shut the door. Oh, that was a bust. That was a bust. We didn't get it. Well, I thought I was gonna get some tea. Though last night was eventful, I'm glad I was able to get a restful sleep. I know there's been so much going on, but I think it's best if I try to get through the day without letting last night's chaos creep into my mind. I've only got one day to relax before I have to jump back into classes. I need to take advantage of the quiet. I stopped by Ruby's door and dropped off her phone to make sure her night went okay. She was too hungover to even get out of bed. Everything's fine, bestie, really. Don't worry so much about me next time. We're not besties, I don't like you. Just slide my phone under the door and I'll get it when the room stops spinning. I left it alone and we said our goodbyes. By the time the sun is down, I'm back in my room. Just when I feel like my brain's turned to mush, I give it to the nagging voice in the back of my mind. Maybe I should do something a little more productive. Crap, I forgot to get one of my required reading assignments from the library today. It's probably not that big of a deal anyways. I'm sure I can get through the rest of the work without it. I'm able to get through quite a bit of my reading before I start to feel the tendrils of sleep starting to make my eyelids heavy. Taking my cue, I close my textbook and I start to get ready for bed. As soon as I reach for the light from my desk, I freeze. Something outside my window catches my eye. A shadowy figure marches away from the building. Looking at my clock, I see it's nearly 2 a.m. and no one else is out. Goosebumps shatter across my skin, and I realize the person in a hoodie, their face completely obscured. I had to take a pause from them. They carry a box full of something in their hands, but from the vantage point, I can't make out exactly what's inside it. Could that be him? Could that be my stalker? The figure is soon swallowed up by the darkness, and they're no longer visible in the pitch dark of night. Just before they disappear, though, I see they drop something in the grass. And if I go to see what they drop, I can figure out about up the sky. Yeah. I spy him across the quad, but frown when I can see the lit profile of the hoodie's figure. Red lips, wide whips of dark brown hair. Red lips, wide eyes, pale skin, whips of dark brown hair. Dr. Gray? What the hell? I wasn't expecting that. I don't think it's her, y'all. I think her head is on a swivel as she clutches the box closer to her. I wait and watch as she speeds, walks off the quad and towards the faculty parking lot. When I know for sure she's gone, I head outside, search the dewy grass for whatever she's dropped. My eyes widen when I find a pair of handcuffs and rope. What the hell is going on here? It's some freaky shit, bro. What the hell? Is this Criminal Minds? Carefully, I pick them up and bring them back to my room. Mind fogging from exhaustion. I can't make much sense of what I'm seeing. I just know she's up to no good. I might just be one step closer to figuring this all out. I try to reassure myself with the empty words as I lock my door and I get to bed. Through the unease in my stomach and the howling wind, I'm somehow able to fall asleep. Everybody in this show is suspicious. They're sus, they're weird, they're off. Handcuffs and rope. I think they're trying to like confuse us. They're trying to keep our mind focused on another person. I don't think Dr. Gray's the stalker. I think she's caught up in the mess like I am. To be honest, I think the stalker is McGregor. And I feel like this chapter, like version 5, I feel like it wasn't as like action heavy, and that's okay because because the last chapter was making my head hurt a little bit. So this one was like a little more chill, a little bit of more character development. We're learning a lot. I'm not friends with Ruby no more. I don't like Ruby. You don't ditch your friend for a guy. Like, come on, that's the rules of feminism. Like, no, I don't like that. Get over it. I don't like her. We're not friends anymore. I like April and Thomas. They're cool. They're cool. I like them. I prefer to hang out with them. Trish, not so much. But you know who we haven't seen in a while? Bryce. And I feel like if we would have chose to stay at the party, we would have ran into him. Did you see Bryce at the ABC party? No, I did not see your boyfriend. I don't want to see your boyfriend. I'm not checking for your boyfriend. Don't ask me about your boyfriend. So, yeah. But we haven't seen Bryce. And where's Jay? Where's Jay? Where's my husband? Because, y'all, I hope like whenever she wraps up the game, we can choose who we want to be with. Because I'm choosing Jay. If I can find him, like, where is he? Y'all, oh God.
Yeah.